Hey, Carolyn, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good, good. Let's see. I'm not sure why.
Hello.
Hey, Denise.
How are you, Chase?
What's up, Erica? What's up, Pamela? What's up, Kaya? I want everyone to say welcome. Welcome to Kaya Wilson. This is my one of my youngest members. All right, Kaya is 19. Yeah, 19 years old. And Kaya has made it known to me that she has no interest in being an employee and that she wants to own and make her own income.
Amen.
Way to go, Kaya. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome to the team.
Thank you.
And Kaya, you're such in a great position, and I guarantee you, there are a lot of people that are going to be in this meeting that wish they could have did the same thing at 19. So you are in a great spot. You are in a great spot, and we're going to take care of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Let's see. So we can wait for everybody else to get in. All right, as always, once you log on, just drop in the comment section your name and where you're from, so we know who's out here representing. Also, guys, if you hear some noise in my background, I have already instructed my children to go sit down, but apparently they are practicing wrestling moves on each other outside my office. So if you hear some crying, that's why they are missing daddy right now. I haven't had time with them for the past few days, just trying to catch up on work and also just dealing with my grandmother. I haven't been home. Um, so if you hear some knocking or some noise, that's why. All right. Denise, I got a question for you. It keeps, instead of people coming to the meeting, it's making me have to admit them all. Do you know anything about that?
They're holding.
Yeah.
It's original setup. I don't know if you can do it now, but it's a it's a page where you actually set the meeting up.
Yeah.
Set the time and date, and it enables a waiting room.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can jump to that now or not.
Yeah. Let me.
There's a button that enables the waiting room.
Ah, okay. I see it. Yeah, I don't think let me see if I can change it. All right, I think we may be good now. Let me see. Let me admit these people. All right. think we may be good, Denise. What's up, everybody?
Hey, sis.
Leave, leave your I'm gonna mute everyone out, but you definitely use the chat function. It's still not doing it, Denise. I'll make sure I do it on the next one.
Okay, it might have to be done ahead of time.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right.
I feel
so
like
yeah,
the Zoom already.
yeah, yeah. I just didn't want to start, and it's like 30 people in the waiting room, you know? All right, but I think we are. You know what? It is an option. I got it, Denise. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I figured it out. All right. So I hope everyone, well, first and foremost, welcome. Glad to see everyone. I know we skipped last week, and I want to, again, say thank you for all of your prayers, your text messages, your phone calls, voicemails. I really do appreciate it. My grandmother is home. She is sicker than what we originally thought, but we're going to do the best we can with what we have, and just try to enjoy the present. So I'm trying to spend more time with her. My mom, so she's staying with my mom. My mom is 73. My grandmother is 90, and everybody in my family is like real tiny. So my mom can only do so much with my grandmother as far as like helping her up and all that stuff. So my grandmother she really doesn't have a lot of strength, like able to walk or anything. So I have to I'm trying to juggle not only my own kids and businesses and things of that nature, but also trying to cut that time and help out my mom and my grandmother as much as I can. So I'm still catching up on a lot of things, but again, just wanted to give you all an update and say thank you for all of your well wishes. That was a pretty tense moment in time. I'll share this with you all, and then I'll get to the training. So when my grandmother had the stroke, she had the stroke around about 8 o'clock. And can you all hear me? I got a notification and my speaker isn't working. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
It's some static though, Chase.
All right. Give me a second. It's a little better now. Yeah, okay. So my grandmother had a stroke at 8 o'clock, and due to COVID-19, they don't allow you to come into the hospitals. And when you have a stroke, it's a medicine called TPA, but it has to be administered within the first 3 hours of having a stroke. So the doctor called us at right around 10:35, 10:40, and asked us if we wanted to give this medicine. But the catch is, because she's 90, the medicine would prevent her from getting more strokes, but it could also kill her because it can make her brain bleed. So my mom and I had about 15 minutes to make a decision with my grandmother's life. And that was very, very intense moment for me and my mom. I mean, we were literally sitting in the car trying to figure out what to do. We can't see her, we just, everything was out of our control. We decided not to give her the medicine, and I think we made the right decision. But just wanted to give you all an update on what happened. For those of you who don't know, my grandmother had a stroke last week, like an hour after not last week, I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago, right after the training. And obviously caught me off guard, caught my family off guard. But again, I want to say thank you all. I appreciate your patience. I know I haven't been able to get back with everybody or be that interactive with the team, but I'm working my way back in. And again, I want to say thank you, and I appreciate it. And it truly means a lot to me that you all did reach out and actually cared, cared enough to reach out. So that meant a lot to me, and it definitely helped seeing your text messages and everything else. So again, I definitely appreciate it. So now what I want to do is get started. And let me also say, I hope that everyone is staying safe out there. I hope that everyone's family is doing well and being safe as well. And got some good stuff for you tonight. So let's get to it. Thank you, Sunita. I appreciate it. So let me share my screen. And I believe you all should be able to see my screen at this point. So today we are going to talk about the value ladder. All right. This is very, very important, and you're going to see why in a second. But before we do that, I want to kick off a celebration. I want to celebrate those who are having some success right now. So I want to celebrate Khalees Smith, who has a total of 20 team members. All right. I want to celebrate Denise and Shalonda for having 16 team members. Stephen Newman came in with 9. Pamela Harding has 9 team members. Congratulations. I think Steve has been with the mastermind team all of 7 days, I believe. David Hickman, my main man from Chicago, 16 members. Bernita with 4 team members. Francis William, Freedom Renee with 2 team members. Virgie Holiday with 2 team members. Erica Thomas, Rebecca Sawyer, Tanya Harvey, Erica Robinson, Sharon Stewart, Ivor Robinson, Cecily Cook, and Marilyn Jackson each have 1 team member. So I want to celebrate you all's success. Let's keep rolling. All right, let's keep it pushing, and let's keep doing it big. So I want to take that time out first to celebrate you all, to let you know that everyone needs to listen. This is a team effort. This is a team. So we should celebrate each other, right? So just wanted to, and I'm going to do this more often, but just want to say congratulations. Some of you have received some bonuses, and some of you are going to receive some more bonuses and some more money. And congratulations on building your team. Keep building and keep doing it big. All right. So again, congratulations. Now let's talk about the value ladder. The value ladder, the best way to describe this is that most small businesses struggle because they don't have a direct path for the client to go through. All right. They don't have a particular process. So the value ladder, the way that this works is the higher your customer goes up the ladder, the more value they are going to receive. And the more value that they receive, the more money, the more profit you are going to make. All right. So the goal for you as a business owner is to get every client to the highest point of the ladder as possible. All right. So let me say that again. Your job as a business owner is to get your client to the highest point of the value ladder, because that's where you make the most profit. Okay. So this is something, this is a homework assignment that after this training, I want everyone to work on and complete. And you will begin to see how having them go through the value ladder is going to make your business more profit. In a second, I'm going to break down what our value ladder was, how it evolved, what it is now, and then how you can replicate that as well. So this is an example of a value ladder for a dentist. All right. Now pay attention to this, because this right now, what you're going to get is some game that this particular dentist that did this actually tripled their income. All right. Let me see if I can see. I see some of you all are in the chat. I'm not sure why I can't see it, but okay. All right, so let me go back. So this is the value ladder for a dentist. So what you see here, which is teeth cleaning, all right? This is the first step on the ladder is what we're going to call our bait, okay? So the same way that you would think of fishing, right? You put the worm on a hook, the fish take the bait, now you take the fish, right? So the teeth cleaning would be the bait. The bait is usually going to be something that is either free or something that is very, very low in cost to the consumer. The purpose of the bait for you as a business owner, you're not trying to make a lot of profit with the bait. What you're trying to do is get them to climb your ladder and allow them to start doing business with you. All right, so that's very important. You're not trying to hit a home run on the first step of the value ladder, right? So what the dentist did was he ran a 2 to 3 week special where he gave away a free teeth cleaning, all right, for free. So what do you think happened? Well, it's free. Everybody wanted to come, all right? So what he did next was when you came from the teeth cleaning, he took you to the next step of his value ladder, which is getting your teeth whitened, all right? Now that came with the cost, but it came with the discount, all right? From there, he would upsell you on a monthly retainer that was discounted where you can come and get whatever work you need done on your teeth, and then to move up to anything cosmetically that you needed done. For instance, if you had a chipped tooth, if you had a cavity, if you needed a filling, whatever the case may be, all right? But all of that started with something that was free at the bottom, all right? So as you can see here, the further the client goes up, it all started with the bait, which was free. But as the client goes up the ladder, now you're talking about 6-month checkups, different services offered. And now that free bait that you gave the client has now turned into profit for a long period of time, okay? So remember, the higher your client goes up the value ladder, the more value they are going to receive, the more profit you're going to receive. All right, give me a thumbs up if the value ladder makes sense to everybody. All right. Now, what does a value ladder look like for a hair company? So before now this is a sample value ladder that you all can use, but before I go into, and obviously you can change whatever you want to change, but let me just kind of let you all know a value ladder that we used a few years ago when we first launched the company. So that we know that the bottom step is our bait, right? So what we did for bait was we said, hey, if you take this quiz, you'll get a free bundle of hair to test. Just pay shipping and handling, all right? So a lot of people bit on that bait so that they can get that free sample of hair. It necessarily, and of course we had it like at a 10-inch hair. Now, when they took the bait, all they had to do was pay $14.99 to cover the shipping and handling. After they paid for that, the next thing that they saw was another offer. So this was bringing them up our value ladder. So now the next offer that they saw was like a crazy discount on a bundle deal, right? Similar to what we run for the tester package, that's $99. But I think it was cheaper than that because we were using the Brazilian hair. So they started off with the free bundle, then they saw a bundle deal, and then after the bundle deal, what they saw was the membership, okay? After they saw the membership, then they saw a discounted pre-made hair package. That's how we started hair shipment. So the entire fundamentals of how hair shipment started all started with one bundle of free hair, okay? And then we continuously walk people up that ladder. You will have some people that don't make it up the entire ladder. You have some people that is going to take longer than others, but eventually you want to get them to the highest point of the ladder. Now, what you guys can do for your value ladder is this. Some of you all are or may have struggled or may be struggling with, okay, how do I get that first customer, or how do I initiate that conversation? So what you can use is bait, because remember, with the bait, you're not trying, the objective is not to make profit with the bait. The objective is to get their information and build the rapport with them to walk them up your value ladder. So you're thinking long term, you're not thinking short term. So what you all can use for bait, something that I thought about was, hey, 30% off and free shipping for a live consultation, right? And basically the live or for market research, you can call it that. I don't want to call it a consultation, right? So, hey, I'm giving 30% off and free shipping to anybody that signs up for my market research for hair, right? And basically what the market research is, this is your time to build rapport with the client to get their pain points, right? Okay, so what do you love about hair? What are some of the issues that you're having? Da 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 da. All right. So now you're taking all that information. You can call it market research. You can call it a quiz. A lot of people call it quiz, whatever, survey. It's all the same stuff. All right. But it's an exchange or something. Okay. So now your client takes the bait. They give you the research that you need, or the quiz. You give them 30% off. It doesn't even matter. It could be 30% off, 50% off. Just try not to take a loss. If you are going to operate at a loss, try to make sure that it's minimum. All right. So for instance, when we did the free bundle of hair, we took a loss of probably $3 per bundle. All right. So basically, if someone took the free bundle of hair and they did nothing else, we lost $3. All right. But if they take the bait and then they get the bundle deal and the membership and obviously go up the ladder, then it's all profit. Right. So what's important about the bait is that it needs to be super attractive. It has to be something that's going to resonate. I seen a company, and they had some great bait last year. I actually saved this advertisement that they ran on Facebook. It was a new company that sold contacts. And what they used for bait was, hey, take this quiz and get a free box of contacts. All right. And all they were doing was using a free box of contacts as bait to get the customer's information and then be able to walk them up the value ladder and build that relation long term. Okay. So does everybody understand bait and how the bait works? Okay. The bait can really be anything, but this is just an example of what bait can be. All right. Awesome. So next, you got them to take the bait. Now what you want to do is give them a risk-free order. Let me explain the importance of risk-free. All right. Especially when you're talking about Black people. And I do this with you guys, so I think you can appreciate this. When you are a Black-owned company, let's just keep it honest. I'm always a straight shooter with you guys. Because you are a Black-owned company, they are already going to doubt you. Let's just call it what it is. Call a spade what a spade. They're going to doubt you because you are a Black business owner. All right. And when you're dealing with our people, they don't want to feel like they're going to lose something. All right. Now, why they don't feel like this with other companies? Hey, we won't have that conversation. Let's just deal with, what we have. They don't want to feel like they're going to lose out on something. So what you have to do is make it risk-free. All right. The more you make it risk-free, the easier the friction is going to be with your customers trying out your hair or doing business with you. So for instance, this is why you want to have a warranty period. Whether you make it 14 days, 30 days, 21 days, whatever, don't matter. You want to have a warranty period, and you want to make this warranty period crystal clear to the client that, listen, you will not lose anything by doing business with me. All right, let me say that again. You want to make it very crystal clear. You will not lose anything by doing business with me. So if you guys ever notice, because I have a software that does this, when you guys go to purchase hair, you will see in the middle and the bottom of the page a seal that says 14-day warranty. That's on purpose. That's to relax you all when you're purchasing something so that you can say, all right, I'm not going to lose anything. I have 14 days to try it out. Okay. So that's the purpose of a warranty. You want to make the customer as relaxed as possible and make them feel like they're not going to lose anything. So risk-free order. After the risk-free order, the next step that you want to take is to get their testimonial and get them to order again. Once you get here to the third step, you are in a winning position, all right? Because this means you have gotten the client to spend money with you twice. This will be their third time purchasing from you. So now you have a pattern of purchasing, all right? So once you get to this third step, you have a very, very great chance of getting to the last step. So the third step, they make their second order, all right? Great. So at this point, you should have a great relationship with this client, all right? And communication is key with this as well. So next, what you want to do is get them to the fourth step, which is your, let's call this your special program, all right, if you will, where now you're going to give them benefits that no one else can get in your company, okay? So for instance, refer 3 friends and get 10% off for life, all right? You can do, that's just an example. You don't have to do that, but something of benefit, something to make them feel unique, make them feel special. Because remember, at this point, by the fourth step on the ladder, they have spent money with you on 3 different occasions, okay? You want to let your customers know you recognize that, you acknowledge that, and you appreciate that, okay? So, for instance, you guys get coupons via email and via text messages, right? Obviously, I have that automation that does that, but that's to show you, hey, listen, we value you, all right? Every person wants to feel valued, all right? It is your job to make sure that they feel valued. So the fourth step is that you can, again, you just want to make it feel special. All right. So you want your client to feel like because they have spent this amount of money with you, they're here and any other customer is here. Okay. So that's very important. The last step of the value ladder. All right, I got that, Denise. Let me check the chat. Can everyone hear me? Here, let me do this.
Yeah, Chase.
I'm good? All right. Melissa, can you hear me now?
Yeah, what you doing?
All right. All right, perfect. Okay, now, the last part of the top of the ladder, this is something that you want to make so exclusive and so special, all right, that your clients aim to get there. All right, that's very, very important. Hold on one second, guys. Trying to. All right, there we go. So for instance, what you can create, so the same way, I'll give you a prime example. The same way that Hair Shipment has a special group called the Mastermind Team, and then everybody else in Hair Shipment, they're just, here, but my focus is on the Mastermind Team, which is here. So like we do have other members that are not on the Mastermind Team. All right, we have monthly members, we have members on a yearly subscription, but then we have the Mastermind Team. All right, and what I'm still trying to get everyone there to come up to the Mastermind Team, right? So you can do the same thing inside of your business. You can create something and make it sound very unique and special. So I came up with, and this is generic, by the way, but if you want to use it, go for it, all right? The Pretty Girl Club. Well, what is the Pretty Girl Club? Well, with the Pretty Girl Club, this is membership based. Every member gets a free closure on every third order, automatically get 25% off for life, 2-day shipping, similar to Amazon. So you want to give a multitude of benefits. Now, for something like this, honestly, you can make this a paid membership similar to Amazon or similar to Sam's Club. All right. So if you wanted to do where in order to get, and now we're talking about creating another source of income in your business, where to get the benefits of being a pretty girl, you have to pay a membership fee of $99 a year, $75 a year. All right. Or $5 a month, whatever, that's something that you all can decide. All right. But you want to dangle that pretty girl club up here and make all your customers want to be part of the pretty girl club, of this special, unique, group in your company. Right. So basically, the pretty girl club or whatever you want to call it. All right. They get first dibs on everything. They get first dibs on sales. They get hair tutorials, whatever, right? You want to pack it full of value. All right. So that last step, that highest step on your value ladder needs to have as much value as possible, because you want every single client to ascend this ladder to get there. Because if you get the client to start at the bait level and come all the way up here, you have made close to probably about $500-$600 on that client. All right. Does that make sense to everybody? Amen. All right. So that's what you want to do. So you want to show a special group, a separation in your company. You want to show your clients that is something else higher than where they currently are. You want to show them how to get there. All right. So this is how important the value ladder is. And as you all know, the top of my value ladder is the mastermind team. So most of you all have reached the top of the ladder already. Okay. Does that make sense? And so
Yeah.
what you are trying to accomplish, and I want you all to think about this long term, is that you want reoccurring income from every single client that purchases hair from you. All right. If you are noticing you're having one-offs, right? They buy hair from you once and that's it. Something is fundamentally wrong with your sales process, your value ladder, and your sales funnel. Okay. And as a business owner, and I've done this, and I'm giving you guys true story. The worst thing that you can do when you have something fundamentally wrong with your business is get over emotional about it and get mad. All right. Because you felt like it was going to work and then it didn't. And it's like, damn, right? What you have to do is put your ego aside and say, I did something wrong. I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong, correct it. All right. Business is all about small tweaks. Small little tweaks is what's going to separate you from making $1,000 a month from making $20,000 a month. That's it. It's small little tweaks. So you have to pay attention to the numbers, the data, and what's really driving your profit. Okay. But for a lot of you all, is going to start with the value ladder. So as you all are going through this training, and even after this training, I know some of you all are taking notes. I want you to think about, what is my bait? What's going to be that hook that I dangle to get my clients to start doing business with me? All right. Because it's not going to be, hey, I have a hair business, support me. They're not going to support you. I can guarantee your friends and family, they're not going to do it. All right. So you have to have this bait in order to get their attention. So again, whether it be a free bundle of hair, whether it's a quiz, whatever, you got to have bait. All right. Get out of there. I'm just coming to the chat to see if there's any question. All right. I think we're good. All right, great. So let me, all right, let me share my screen again. Before I share my screen, give me a thumbs up if all of this is making sense. Yep. All right. Outstanding. All right, bear with me 1 second. All right. All right, now the next thing that I want to talk about is the 6-figure pre-sale launch. All right. This is something that myself and AC Green used 3 or 4 years ago when we started Hair Shipment. Some of you all can use this now. And this is such a great strategy. And this is something that you can use, tweak, change, evolve, and it is going to serve you a great purpose when it comes to making profit. So how to have a 6-figure pre-sale launch before you even have hair in your hands. All right. So first is product. You have to have a unique product, which we all know you already have. Okay. So you already have hair. You have great quality hair at a great price. So you're covered there. Now, what's important is that you have to make your offer special. It has to be irresistible. Anything less than that, it's not going to work. You also want to have additional resources to increase value. And then you want to share your story or tell a story. All right. So 2 weeks ago, we talked about the attractive customer, right? And excuse me, I don't know why I said that. Attractive character. We talked about the AC, and usually the AC has a story. So the same way that Jared from Subway had a story. So Subway became a $1 billion business by going through Jared's personal story, his journey of losing 300 something pounds, right? So you have to be great at storytelling as well. If you have a special offer, additional resources that increase value, and a great story, you can get to a 6-figure pre-sale launch. All right. So let me give you an example of what a special offer is, value, and so on and so forth. So for instance, if we break down how you all make money, we know that you're going to make between $30 to $60 per bundle. Okay. So the way that you can make the offer special is you can say, hey, buy 3 bundles and get the closure 80% off, 90% off, right? It don't matter because you know you're making a bulk of the profit on your bundles, on the 3 bundles, right? So on the closure, you're not trying to make the same profit that you're trying to make on the 3 bundles. So even if you break even on the closure, that's fine. That's great because now you have increased the value and you have made this offer special to where it's like, damn, I'm almost getting the closure for free. I got to take this deal. I got to take this deal, right? So for instance, let's say that the closure costs you $40. You typically sell it for $100, right? So then you can say, hey, buy 3 bundles and get your closure for, $30, right? And you take the $10 loss on the closure, but you got the full profit on the 3 bundles. Does that make sense? So again, you need to make the offer irresistible. Let me be very clear. No one cares about a 5% off coupon or $5 or $10. It moves no one. It doesn't move you. All right. So again, it has to be special. Now let's talk about increasing the value of your offer. So you can say, hey, for the next 2 days, you can get 3 bundles and a closure for 80% off. Keep in mind, you always want to show what the value is. So you can say that's $100 value. Also, you are going to get my ebook or my guide on how to take care of your hair, how to properly wash it, what to use so that your hair can last up to, 4 years. That's a $20 value, right? And now when you're ready to show the offer, you can say buy now and save $120. So you see how I increased the value of the offer to show a bigger savings to make the deal more irresistible. Does that make sense? All right. When you do this, you always want to, and my red line is crooked, but you always want to show the original price, scratch it out with a bright line so that it draws attention. All right. So original price is $420, sales price, you can put, or today's price. I usually do that. Today's price, $300. So you're clearly showing that they're saving the $120. All right. So This is all coming back to what you all learned in the training courses: urgency, scarcity, urgency, scarcity. All right. Irresistible offer, urgency, and scarcity will always keep money in your pocket. All right, guys. I'm not telling you something that I read in a book. I'm telling you something that I live to feed my family. Does that make sense? All right. The truth is good enough. I'll show you better than I can tell you. How many of you all joined the mastermind team by watching a webinar? How many of you all at the end of the webinar saw the clock counting down, saw that you can save $400 and said, you know what? I need to buy this shit now. Am I lying? All right. So what did you see? You saw a special offer. You saw a savings. You saw urgency. That's why I had the clock. That's why I have the clock in the corner, the urgency, right? So the psychology behind that is that you see the clock counting down and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I got to beat this clock. All right. So you're going to also see this on any major website where you will see the clock counting down, right? That's psychologically making you think, I have to get this now or I'm going to miss out. So the greatest, if I had to say that it was a great secret to sales, the greatest secret that I can give you guys is to make your consumer feel like they are going to miss out on something big. All right. When you can convince your consumer that if they do not act now, they are going to miss the boat. They're going to, oh my God, they're going to hate it. When you master the art of that, everybody that is in this meeting will have a 6-figure hair business. I guarantee it. That will work in any business. It don't matter if you're selling hair peanuts. You have to convince the customer that if they do not take this deal now, they are going to lose out forever. No one wants to feel excluded. No one wants to wants to be left out. All right. That's also another reason of why you want to develop that special part of your company called the Pretty Girl Club or whatever, because you want to give the illusion, hey, if you're not here, then you're missing out on something special, because the customers that's in this group, oh, they get something way different than everybody else that's not in this group. Does that make sense? Is that starting to make sense to everybody? All right, let me check the chat. I don't know why I can't check this chat and see my screen at the same time. But let me, Sunita said, that was me. David said I paid the full price. Yes, you did. Thank you, David. All right. So that's part one of the 6-figure pre-sale launch. Listen, the reason that I'm going over this tonight is because you all can have this launch now during COVID-19. If you do this correctly, you all can have hundreds of orders without having any hair on hand. This is what I'm getting at. All right, does this make sense? So we were able to, AC and I, when we first launched this over the radio, we had not sold one bundle of hair. All right. What we did originally, and looking back on it, I should have, oh my God, if I can go back in time. So originally what we said was, hey, we are only taking the first 6,000 people in Chicago. I should have said 60. Okay, I went too big with my number. That's a mistake that I made. You live and you learn. All right. But the urgency and the scarcity was, hey, if you do not become a member of Hair Shipment now, then you're never going to become a member. We're only going to work with X amount of people. And that drove people into the business extremely fast. Hold on one second. Muted. All right. All right. So part one is product. Part two is promotion. All right. Let me see. Still not coming up. All right, hold on one second, guys. All right, so part two is promotion. Open your mouth. Some of you are not getting sales because you're doing what we call I'm on a different mastermind team, what we call secret sales. All right. Do you all know what a secret sale is? Most of you all are making this mistake. You're having these secret sales where you want to sell something that's going to make you a lot of money, but you're not telling anybody about it. No one knows you have a hair company, right? You have this great hair at a great price, and the only person that knows about your hair company and knows about your sales is you. All right. So open your mouth. Tell everyone that you have a hair business. All right. Your profit depends on it. Open your mouth. I have it in big red letters. All right. It's not a secret that you have a business. All right. So don't keep it on a hush. Don't tell nobody. Tell everybody you have a hair business. All right. And what you want to do is use your organic market as best as you can. So your organic market, obviously, is starting off with the people that you already know. If you have an email list, you want to use that. If you have a social media presence, you want to do that. Now, let me go to, you want to use social media, period, but I know some of you don't deal with it, and that's fine. Just keep in mind that at some point, social media is going to be involved in your business at some point in time. It's too massive, all right? Borrowing traffic. This is very important, all right? Another great way for you all to kick off your business or bring more traffic into your business is to leverage other people's networks. Let me say that again, leveraging other people's networks. That's very, very important. So for instance, you all may know a blogger on Facebook that has a big audience, or you know this stylist that has a big following on YouTube. She does video tutorials. You may have a pastor that has a nice following. I guarantee you there's someone in your network that you can borrow traffic from. You have to find them and use it, okay? And typically what you can do, what the exchange is going to be, because most of them are not going to do it for free unless you just have that great relationship with them, all right? But usually it's going to be some type of exchange where you say, hey, I would love to introduce my company to your network. Anybody in your network that purchases, make a purchase for me, I'll give you $5, $10 per sale, whatever the case may be. Okay. So you want to make it worth their while, because if you make this worth their while, this is something that you can do over and over and over and over again. So using other people's network, that's very, very important, right? So for instance, when I had my financial literacy company, I leveraged AC Green's network, which happens to be his radio show. All right, that's how I got my start, and I also got my start in the churches as well. All right, so I leveraged my mentor and my pastor, just so happened to be a very powerful man. All right, and I met with him, I showed him our program, and that allowed me to, Denise, what's that? I was in and out of Ohio all the time. Toledo. I know Toledo like the back of my hand. I did so many presentations in Toledo, Ohio, Decatur, Illinois. I've driven all over the country based on his connections and his network. So you can do the same thing. Think about people that have influence, that have networks. Borrow traffic from them. Last is going to be paid traffic. If you ever considered doing Facebook ads, now would be the time, because COVID-19 has affected them tremendously. A lot of businesses are slashing their marketing budgets. Politically, the ads have slowed down from politicians. So initially when Facebook first started advertising, it was very, very cheap. As they got bigger, it got very, very expensive. It's usually extremely expensive during political season. All right. So if you're going to run ads during political season, know that you're going to spend a lot of money. Just make sure you're running your ads the correct way, or if you're going to hire somebody. But if you ever want to run a Facebook ad, now is a great time, because the cost is cheaper right now. If you're going to do paid traffic, remember, what is your bait? You have to have bait. Okay. So the second part is promotion. Step 3 is obviously profit. Now, another thing, let me check the chat. I see some, all right. So profit. Now, something that you all, if you're not doing, you need to do is always think of how can I increase the order value? All right, let me say that again. How can I increase my order value? So for instance, when we first started, we were averaging probably 50 to about $55 profit on a per order basis, right? So I was like, all right, that's not nearly enough. How do we creep that up to 75? How do we creep that up to $100 without having to raise the price of the hair? So you can do the same exact thing. So this is called an upsell. All right. So let me give you guys some great examples of if I was in your position, what upsells would be. So if someone comes and just buy bundles, I'm for sure going to upsell them on a closure or a frontal. Now, keep in mind, on an upsell, okay, or a cross sell, it has to be a special offer. So you're not going to say, hey, buy 3 bundles and get this closure full price. There's nothing attractive about that. But if I say, hey, since you bought 3 bundles, I'll throw in a closure and give you 60% off. So you're trying to increase that profit a little bit, right? So instead of now making $150 on an order, you now made $170 on the order. All right. Well, you say, well, damn, that's only $20. Well, $20 times 100 customers in 1 month is an extra $2,000. Does that make sense? All right. So you always want to upsell the client. Another way that you can upsell the client is say, hey, you bought 3 bundles. We will, if you want, I know you like to switch up your hair. We'll give you another 3 bundles for 60 or 70% off, right? I'll give you a great example. How many of you all see infomercials late at night? All right. Give me a thumbs up if you ever seen an infomercial. All right. If you don't watch infomercials, study them. You will learn so much about sales by watching infomercials. So what is one thing that every infomercial you see, they all do the same thing, and it go a little something like this. Hey, if you order now, we'll throw another one in for free. Just pay shipping and handling, right? So that's making it irresistible. That's the upsell, right? That's the upsell. So now they just increase that order value by giving you something instead of get 1, get 2, but you have to order what? Now. Now it's the urgency, right? So infomercials will teach you a great deal about business. So I challenge you all to watch an infomercial and just study it. Just listen to what they say, how they say it, how they make the offer at the end, and how they always try to increase the order value at the end as well. So upsells are very, very important. You can have a lot of fun with these, you know, again, whether you add a closure or frontal, if you add a whole nother, you know, deal with, you know, 3 extra bundles, whatever the case. But you always want to be trying to increase your profit margins and your order value. Okay. Now, if you use these 3 things correctly, all of you all can make big bank before they lift the restrictions of COVID-19, because you can do pre-sales now without having any hair at all. All right. But the messaging has to be, this is only pre-sale. Once the pre-sale is over, that's it. Everything goes back to the regular price. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. All right. So you can call it the COVID-19 pre-sale. You can call whatever you want. I heard someone say, I'm having a COVID-19 party. And I thought about it. I said, damn, that's a great idea. She said it in a jokingly way, but I said, no, that's actually a great idea. So all of you all can do a pre-sale right now, starting tomorrow. You can sell tons of bundles without having 1 bundle in your possession. All right. Now, if you're going to do a pre-sale like this without having the product, I cannot stress this enough, because remember, you're a Black-owned company. They barely trust you, and you're dealing with Black people. Communication is very, very key. Okay. If you're going to do a pre-sale, communication is key. You have to have constant communication with the client. You have to give them the date that they're going to receive their hair. I know this to be true. I don't care if you put in a big red letters on your forehead, they're going to forget it. You're going to have to continue to send them communication, whether it's via text or email. Hey, June 1st, you will receive your hair. All right. June 15th, you will, whatever date it is. Okay. But communication is key throughout this entire process, because what you don't want to do is the client takes the bait of the pre-sale, because they're going to save, $200, right? And you collect the money, and 2 weeks goes by and they don't hear anything from you. I guarantee you they're going to trash your business to everybody. They're going to trash you. And then you're going to hear this is why I can't do business with Black people, because da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We all have heard that spiel before, okay? So communication is very, very key when it comes to doing a pre-launch or a pre-sale without physically having the products. You have to have great communication skills, but all of you can do a pre-sale right now without having any hair in stock or on hand. All right. All right, let me see. I think I've seen a question. All right, maybe I didn't. All right. So what I want to do now, right, there we go. All right, Chocolate Drop, what's your question? This is not question time just yet, but I'll take your question before I move on to.
Okay, well, it's not question time. I can wait, because mine is pertaining to the beginner packages of the hair when you buy the 12 and 10 bundles. So I noticed that when I looked at them, that they only go up to like 18 inch or 20 inches or something like that. Do you have is there another where I can get the same Peruvian kind of hair, but in the longer length without getting a bundle? Like the beginner package has 12 bundles,
right.
And it goes up to 18 inches. Can I get another Peruvian package go up to like 30 inches?
Yeah, so what you would want to do in that situation, so let me even explain the hair packages so that you can understand why we still have them and what happened and then where we are today. So let me give you a little context. When we first started Hair Shipment years ago, we did not allow our members to create their own hair packages. So they could not create their own hair orders. You had to order one of the packages that we had pre-made, okay? The reason that we had it this way in the beginning is because we knew in order to keep the factories where we had them at that time, which is very, very low pricing, in order to keep that leverage, we were going to have to move a lot of hair, right? So we could not kick off this relationship with sending them a bunch of 2 bundles, 3 bundles, 4 bundles, right? Oh, this relationship that we have was not going to work if we did that. So when we first started off, we knew that the orders that we were sending them were going to have to be 12, 16, 20, 25 bundles at a time, all right? So when we first started the company, we only had the pre-made hair packages, all right? As time went on, as more people got involved with the company, all right, they're saying a lot of static. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, is that a little bit better? Is that better?
It's better.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as time went on, of course, people, just like what you're doing, hey, can I add this? Can I take this out? Can I manipulate the package? Well, the problem with manipulating the package is that when you do that, now it's messing with the pricing that we had set up for that particular package, right? So,
well, I'm not trying to mix the package together. Like,
I know.
I don't.
Okay. I got you. I'm just giving you the story. So then what we said, we finally opened up where we say, okay, you know what? We are going to keep the hair packages on the website, but you can create your own hair package if you want to, right? So in your case, where you say, hey, can I, I want the longer lengths of hair, whatever the case may be. All right, cool. So what you can do is create your own hair package. And if there is enough in your package, then what you will see in your cart is an automatic discount that would be similar to the other hair packages as well. Does that make sense? So now you don't have to say, hey, I like this package, but instead of the 16s, I wish it was 28s. All right, great. You can make your own package. And when you buy it in bulk, you'll see the discounts appear in the cart anyway. All right. All right, so hold off on your questions. Iris, I see your question. We're going to get to that in a second. So what I want to do is go over the goals for this month. All right. I saw this on Facebook today, and I know this to be true. It says a nation can rise no higher than its woman. And I know most of the mastermind team is women. All right. And this company is only going to go as far as you all take it. That's just what the honest truth is. So yeah, myself and AC started this company, but at the end of the day, this company only goes as far as women go. All right. So it is up to you all to lead this company to where it should be. So with that being said, it's my personal belief that even if you do not want to build a team, you should still have at least 5 to 10 team members on your team. All right. If nothing else, just sharing the opportunity with somebody else that needs it. Because trust me when I tell you, and I know this to be a fact, because for those of you that don't know, the foundation of AC Green's radio show is based off loan modifications. All right. And we have the data that's showing. So let me give you all, let me just skip all the rhetoric and go straight to it. 2008 is happening again. All right. So it's now a lot of people that are out of work, they're going into foreclosure. That whole process is about to start again. All right. So I'm saying that to say there are people that are looking for you. All right. But if you don't open your mouth, they don't know about the opportunity. There are people waiting for the mastermind team. They need a business that they can start and that they can create profit immediately. They have that hunger to go out and get it. They just don't have the products. They just don't know where to go get it. All right. So with that being said, again, is my vision and my goal that everybody should have at least 5 to 10 team members on their team by May 31st. We're going to have 2 guest speakers tonight. The first guest speaker is going to be none other than Miss Denise West. Denise West, I met last year, October, right when we were starting the mastermind team, and developed a great relationship with her. I cannot say enough great things about Denise. Denise personally told me she had goals of wanting to retire early, and I made her a promise that we were going to get it done, and we are. Denise is a salon owner out of Cleveland, Ohio. Denise and her business partner, Shalonda, own the salon together. Denise is also a teacher of cosmetology as well. So she's very, very thorough when it comes to hair and the hair industry. So our first guest speaker is Miss Denise West. Everybody give Denise a thumbs up or a hand clap. And Denise is going to speak on why she feels having a team is very important as well. So Denise, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you. Thank you. My first question is there still static? Are we good? Because I know we keep going back and forth with static. So thank you for that illustrious intro, Dr. Chase. And you know, it's not by coincidence when you find and meet someone that's on the same page, especially when it comes to goal setting and when it comes to making money and just bettering yourself. I believe we're put in each other's presence for a reason and a season. So this is our season for Chase and I, and taking it for granted. So just real quick, he wanted me to share some things on team building. And a couple of weeks ago, he got a on the I'm in a hurry type call so that you can get information out to a lot of people. I agree with that, but that's not the only way. So I feel you have to find out what works best for you. comfortable for you. So we've been given the opportunity to create 2 streams of income. You can create by retailing hair and by sharing this opportunity and teaching people how to become an entrepreneur. So like Chase said, I teach, I know things are different based on different states, but in Ohio, we actually have technology schools that are built into our high school. So that is where I work. So this is year 25 for me. And what Hair Shipment has done and the mastermind team has done is it has allowed me to create an adult relationship with my former students. So when Chase presented this to me, that was niche. That's what I came up with, and that's what I want you guys to do. You got to figure out how you want to sing and stop prejudging. Okay, so you're going to find out, because the mastermind team is growing, so you're going to find somebody on one of these calls that was on your list and you were too afraid to reach out to share the webinar with them. So that's what I mean by do not prejudge, because we don't know what other people's circumstances are. We don't know who would want to have a business, and you don't have to be licensed or even in the field of cosmetology to do this. So taking advantage of that. And it's worked for me. So when you team, different than retailing the hair, you are creating residual income. So how many of us have residual bills? Those are the bills that come no matter what, right? COVID-19 did not stop the residual bills. But what if we had already built hair business to where we had residual income? COVID-19 might not be as big of an ouch as it is for some of us. So look at this time as a blessing in disguise, that we're sitting on a gold mine and we can share this opportunity with other people. So what has worked for me with the former is all based on credibility. And people are not joining your team because of the hair. They're not joining your team because that you have a way to show them how to make 6 figures. They're joining your team based on your credibility. So if you have it, we need to find some credibility. And we need to find some people that believe in you for whatever reason that is. And it's honestly, it's so, I've been able to build just an awesome team, and the majority of them are my friends, and some are my current, me and my business partner, they're our current stylists in the salon. It's really worked out. The list has to be massive. I don't want to really show mine, but it's pretty on a legal pad, and I make a scale. So I put a check mark if I've shown them, if I've exposed them. I put a star if I need to follow up, okay? And we're afraid of 2 little letters that spell the word no. If people say no to you, it could be no, not right now, okay? So don't take it personal. So I put in, not now, and kind of keep good list. So I think that's probably the frustration, if you are having frustration. And some of you may just want to reach, that's fine too. But what Chase is suggesting for us, to at least have a few people on that team, and then it becomes contagious. So that's just a few tips that I have for you guys. But like Chase says, we have to open our mouths. I think we want it all so perfect before we present it. You know, we want to write something down on a piece of paper, then we want to rewrite it because it's not neat enough. And then we want to turn it over, and then we go take a break, and then we come back, make a call, and we don't. And then we want to go put a load in the washer, and then come back and make the call. And now, oh, it's 9 clock, bed, and we play those games over and over again. That's really what we do when we're in sales, whatever type of sales. So just hang in there. I think the competition is great. And you got to find out what motivates you. If winning a contest at $5,000 motivates you to build a team, then that's what's going to get you to build a team. But guess what? Once it's over, you have those people in place and you're receiving that residual income. So thanks to all of you. Thanks, Chase, for the opportunity.
Awesome job, Denise. I appreciate that. And one key thing that Denise said that I think is very important is to use your own style, right? So the training courses on doing the 2-minute phone calls and all that stuff is just a guide, all right? You don't have to say or do it the exact way that I do it, but that's just to give you a structure of how it can be done. So as Denise said, you know, it's many ways to go about building a team. I give you guys a prime example. So Pamela Harden, who has been keeping me busy for the past few days, gave me an idea, and I give her all the credit. She put this in motion. So Pam is more of a live phone call type of woman, right? So I told Pam, I said, listen, if you, Pam and Steve Newman's the one who has 9 people in 7 days. I said, listen, if you have if you have more than 5 people on a call, then I don't mind doing a live phone call. It's difficult for me to do a bunch of just one person on the phone. That's not really, frankly, worth my time. But if you have a group of people on a call, then I don't mind doing a live phone call. It just needs to be more than 5 people. That's how Steve was able to do 9 people in less than a week. The same for Pam as well. So I'm throwing that out there as well. So if you feel like, you know what, Chase, if I can just get them in real time with you, I'll have a better chance. Okay, cool. I have no issues with that. Let's just make sure it's worthwhile. All right. Next up, I am going to have Mr. David Hickman speak. Man, I can't say enough great things about David Hickman. I love David Hickman for the simple fact he's been with us for years. This man has seen the company grow, evolve, change. Dave has been with us for a while, all right? And he stuck with us through the growing pains, and I appreciate that from him. Probably one of the most meek, humble people that I've met when it comes to business. You know, no outrageous demands or anything like that, but just a really great guy, which for me, you know, I'm making it personal where I want to make sure I see him win because I appreciate who he is as a person. So Dave he was with us before the mastermind team was even a thought. Then he joined the mastermind team. That's what he was joking about back when it was before we had the $99 deal where it was, you know, $500. And so I'm going to let Dave speak on how he's been able to build a team extremely fast. So Dave, the mic is yours, brother.
Hello, family. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, thanks for even giving me the opportunity. And, you know, I hate that we're going through this COVID thing, but I must say one thing, it's made me a stronger person. Because I'm like Denise, I'm at that age now, 2 jobs for 3 years now, and I'm ready to retire. And I'm just trying to increase my residual income. I'm willing to do what I need to do to make it happen. So back before early May, half of you for the longest. So, but back in early May, when you gave us the challenge to bring in 5 people just for the bonus, I just told myself, I said, you know what, Dave, it's now or never. One of your jobs got you at home, to be at home. You got time now. So I said, I'm gonna use this time to grow my hair business. So I used some of your advice. I think I'm more of a visual person. I can listen to somebody and stick, and I use it to my advantage. So I just started my recruitment with some people that bought hair from me already. I presented the opportunity to them. Said, I know you would like to make some extra money on the side. You laid off. You could use some money. Let's get you started. And that's when the introduction of the webinar came in.
Mm-hmm.
Great tool to use. It just is. It kind of does talking for you. And then once they're done with that, talking to close the deal. And that's what I've been doing. Team building. It's kind of twofold to me. Team building is helping me reach my goals, helping my fellow brother and sister grow to get their goals. And just these past 2 weeks, I can see the long-term benefits of doing this mastermind program, building your team. I look toward the future. Now, but what you do now, if you put the work in, it will definitely pay off in the end. I mean, I'm already seeing the benefits of it, and it's only been 2 or 3 weeks. So I imagine between now and December, I'm gonna accomplish my goal of 50. That's my plan. Today I did something different. I went on a message up saying, hey, I know you like buying hair. Would you like the opportunity to buy your own hair and sell your hair and sell hair also? I said, if so, hit me up. So put the webinar on there. So right after that, not even 5 minutes later, 5 people text me, 3 say yes, 2 say what's this about, and that was it. So I had my conversation. I seem to be persuasive. I guess they kind of like me a little bit to get them to check out the webinar. By the end of before I left, I had 7 potential people that I think I'm gonna pull all 7 within a week. That's my goal. So the part about no, I've had some people that I introduce a thing to them, and this one thing about no. You take the word no and turn it around, it becomes on, right? On means on to the next person. It's 11 million people in Chicago. Any of us can get 100 that just put in the effort. It's just that simple. No just mean, hey, I done did it. I ain't got to worry about that person. And that's what you do. And it's working. So anybody can do it. So that's all.
Boy, David.
All I can say about that right now.
Hey, David, this your training now. Hell, I'm gonna shut up. You go ahead and finish it out.
Nah.
And one
Yes,
thing, and one thing that I can assure you about Denise, about David, about Pam, about Stephen, about all of them is this. Here's what they didn't tell you. They all love when they get that email from PayPal in the morning.
We
Am I
sure
lying?
do, man. At least I do. Hey, you surprised me?
Yes,
You
sir.
surprised me
Yes,
this morning.
sir.
Yeah.
$100 something bucks come to me. I happen.
Yeah. Look.
And then I see that one of my team mastermind members spent $1,100. That's a
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's how I do it.
yeah. So check this out. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna tell David business, but David had a team member that bought a huge order today, and it made David $111 off one order.
11. Yeah.
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 I seen that. I was gonna text you earlier, but I was like, yeah, I said I know he saw it.
I'm gonna duplicate that 100 times.
Right.
Just see what it looked like.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And I know Denise loved those PayPal emails because I always get a text like, "Hey, good morning. Got your message." So I want to
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. So I want to thank Denise and David for speaking on that, and I hope that you all received that. Listen, trust me when I tell you, hair shipment is going to be a game changer, and it is going to be a huge company for us, by us, and this is going to be because of you all. All right. So I say this all the time. I mean, this is not my company. This is not AC Green's company. This is your company. All right. So work it to the best of your ability that you can, and let's get moving. All right. So let me go back and let me share my screen. Well, I don't need to share my screen. So the contest ends Friday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right now, Miss Khalees Smith is in the lead. Congratulations, Khalees. Somebody got to win this $5,000. All right, so might as well be. I can't win it. I can tell you that. Again, a few more days before the contest ends. And listen, guys, let's get motivated. Let's get busy. Some of you all, I'm gonna share this with you. All right, and I'm gonna share with you how important what David said is and what Denise said is. All right. Now watch this. If David did not open his mouth and share his business with who he's been sharing it with, David had a diamond in the rough and didn't know it. David doesn't make $111 today if he doesn't open his mouth, right? David woke up this morning, had no clue that one of his team members was going to drop $1,400 today on hair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because David opened his mouth, he was not scared of being rejected. Now he has an extra $111 in one day from a team member. So just put that on your mind. So at this point, I'm going to open it up for a few questions, and then we will wrap it up for the night. So I'm going to start with Iris. I know that you had a quick question, so I want to get that answered. Iris, what's your question?
Hi, Chase. Thanks for taking the time. That good nuggets. I got a question on when you talked about from the beginning about creating to show value when you're selling your pre-orders and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us some suggestions? I might be a little slow on creating an ebook.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can take a Word document, right? Microsoft Word, and then turn that into a PDF file. Convert it to a PDF file. And that PDF file is now a link that you can share, which you're going to call your ebook. That's how you do that. And if you go on the membership portal, you can actually just copy and paste what we have when it comes to taking care of the hair, what shampoo you should use, is it pH based or whatever the case. You can literally just copy that. All right. And then you can add whatever else it is that you want to add to the ebook to brand yourself, whatever the case may be. All right. But that's how you do that. So you would just put it in Microsoft Word, convert it to a PDF, and boom, you can send them the ebook just like that.
Okay, great. And then this is my last one. I just want to know, how do you track the shipment when clients know when the hair is going to arrive?
Now, when you
said that you want to always keep your clients update. If they pre-purchase the hair,
right? You
want to always keep them updated. Say, hey, your shipment is on the way. Blah blah blah, et cetera, et cetera. How do you track that?
So when
let them know when the
right. So it's two things, but it is both really have the same answer. So whether you are going to have us ship the hair directly to them, or if you're going to have us ship the hair to you and you ship it to the client, either way, we're going to send you the tracking number. Okay. And then at that point, you send the tracking number to the client. And that's how you do that.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Kaya, she has a question about drop shipping. So I'm assuming, Kaya, your question is, do we do drop shipping?
Yeah, you just said that y'all can ship the hair. So I want to start out doing that, just clientele up. So how do I get started with that?
So all you have to do is put your client's information in the shipping address part.
Okay.
That's it.
So I basically, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. You had another question about it?
No, that's it. You just said, like, I just put I make basically with their information.
Right. So it'd be your billing information and their shipping information.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, everybody, listen, Kaya is one of our youngest people in the group. I want you all to wrap your arms around her, your love around her, your wisdom around her. All right. Because that's my little boo-boo. All right. I developed a great relationship with her father. And I want to make sure that when Kaya is 19 years old, and I told Kaya, I said, listen, by the time you graduate college, you will have the option of if you want to work or not. All right. And I want to make Kaya an example for other young women to follow, to understand you can be a boss and have your business at that age. So Kaya is in the Facebook group, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. So Kaya, everybody that's on this call, that's in this meeting, if you have any questions, reach out. Like I said before, this is really a team feeling. So we want to make sure, we want to celebrate you, Kaya, at 19 years old. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I see so much of myself in you because I started my first business at 18. So I know what it feels to be that age. And man, I made a lot of mistakes. So I got a lot to teach you. All right. All right. Awesome.
Chase, you have a couple of people that wanted the webinar link.
Okay. All right. So what I'll do. All right. So what I'm going to do is, hold on. Let me ask Iris question. Hold on one second. Why would we want to do drop shipping versus you all shipping product directly? It's just a preference, Iris. So, we give you that option if you want to have us ship the hair to the client or if you want to ship it. So what some people do is they have us ship the hair directly to them, and then they remix the hair, put their own little packaging on it, their bowls, and put their little notes and all that stuff. So if you want to do that, you can. It's not, that's up to you to make that decision. But if you want to have us ship the hair directly to your client, we can. Okay. I'm going to type the link to the webinar in the chat. I hope I type it in right. Hold on, let me check my phone. I got so many links out there, I get confused a little bit. Now, what you also want to do, and I know this has been working for Pam and for David and Denise for that matter. Again, what I can do is create you your own team coupon code. All right, because I know some of you are having issues with getting, wait a minute, that was a private message. I don't know how to make it unprivate. Participate can everyone publicly. Can everyone see what I'm typing? Okay, I got it. I figured it out. So what you all can do is, instead of sending that long link, or if you're having trouble getting your link, then the link that I just posted in the chat is the general webinar link. All right. Now you can share this link with anybody. What you can do, which is what David and Denise has elected to do, and Pamela Harden, is I can create you a code that will give them, let's say, an extra $5 off for joining the mastermind team, right? You make sure that they use that code at checkout. That code, anybody that uses that code is going to attach them to your team. All right. So that's a great thing to have, because you can say, hey, use my code, save a little extra money on the membership. And we know if they use that code, they're automatically attached to your team. So if you want to get your own unique code, all right, what you must do is send an email to info@hairshipment.com. I'll put that email here. info@hairshipment.com is the email. In the subject line, put coupon request. Okay. In the content, in the body of the email, put your name and your email address. Okay. Because some of you all email addresses do not reflect your real name. And so I wouldn't know who you are. So just put, your name and your email address in the body, and then I can create you that coupon code and send it back to you. And you can send out the general webinar link along with your coupon code. Say, hey, use this coupon if you get started. It's going to save you some extra money. Yes, Erica, I will. So I will 9 times out of 10 post. So this training is being recorded, like the other trainings, and they will be in the training courses section. So this training will be uploaded to the training courses section tomorrow. Okay. Also, let me see if I can get this up now so that you all can see this. I'm going to make this available for you all tomorrow. Let me just pull up the new feature that we have. I spoke about this a few weeks ago about the roadmap. And so what the roadmap is going to do is show you where you are in hitting your goals. All right, so bear with me one second. I'm going to share that, and then we can wrap up for the night. Bear with me one second. Well, Xfinity is killing me tonight with the internet speed. We charge you an arm and a leg. We give you the slowest internet in the world. All right. Portal. Hairshipment.com. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so this is the new roadmap. You all have access to this tomorrow. So that you're going to have 3 different roadmaps. You're going to have your orders roadmap, your team roadmap, and then your courses roadmap. All right. And as you begin to come down your roadmap, these are going to not be blocked out. And this line is going to travel with you as you complete the things on your roadmap. All right. So these are all the bonuses that you'll hit for your orders. So again, guys, keep in mind, we give you bonuses for ordering hair. Okay. So this is clearly shown here. This is your team member roadmap. So it's going to show you, what you get when you sign up 5 team members, 10 team members, so on and so forth. And then this roadmap will show you the courses that you actually completed. All right. So that feature will be available tomorrow as well. All right. So any other questions before we wrap up for the night? Going once, going twice. What is a good webinar to use to? Trina, unmute yourself because I don't understand that. What do you mean? What is a good webinar to use to send the link?
Okay, so what I'm saying is when I'm
You're a little choppy. Go ahead.
Oh. Okay, so once I get a few clients and I send the webinar to them, what do you have? Like, what would be a good webinar link to send to the client?
So the link that I just posted, I'll post it again. You want to send them this link here. I'll post it again so that you can see it in the chat. So this is the link that you want to send. And let me just speak on this too. So what you want to do, if you're going to send this link, make sure that you request your own coupon code so that they can use it at checkout so that they're automatically attached to your team. If by chance, always be cognizant of this by checking your back office. If you know for sure that someone joined the mastermind team, but you do not see them in your back office, what you need to do is contact me, send me an email and say, hey, so-and-so joined the company, but I don't see them on my team. And I can manually add them to your team and award you the commission as well. All right. So nothing to lose. You know, if you don't see them, just let me know and we can get that squared away. I've been doing that all week. So no problem, but make sure you do that. So somebody asked, why should I buy bundles of hair if I don't have any clients for the hair? I mean, everybody should keep hair on you. You don't have to keep a big box of hair on you, but you do want to have hair on you at all times because trust me, you can pick up clients at the oddest places. All right. Whether it be Walmart, Walgreens, McDonald's, hair is everywhere. And what's going to happen when you tell people, oh, I have a hair company, the first thing they're naturally going to ask you is, do you have any of the hair on you? So even if you kept 2 or 3 bundles of hair on you at all times, you should do that. But let me make it very clear. No one is asking you to stockpile hair. That's not the goal of the mastermind team. The goal is for you to make a profit. So we don't want you to just sit on hair, but you should have some hair on you at all times. Yes, we are going to increase the wig line. I promise I'm going to get to it. All right. I'm going to get to it. I have created my website, which took 5, but I want to drop shipping. Yes, Clinique, that is possible. So that's not a problem. That's something that I can talk to you personally. So just schedule an appointment with me and I can talk you through that process. All right. So guys, listen, we have been on for 1 hour and 38 minutes. Denise is going to get mad in a second. She know I'm a part-time preacher. So I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. We all know what our goals are. Let's get busy. I know at some point in the next week or 2, I'll be talking with you all individually anyway. All right. So if you need to retake your training courses, do that. If you need anything from me, let me know. All right. And I got a good feeling that I'll see you all next week for a new training. So have a good night. Talk to everybody soon. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe out there.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
Good night, Chase.
Good night. Good night. Have a good one.
Good night, all.
All right.